Hey there, a huge thank you to all the names on screen right now. The renegades who click the join button down below and contribute to the channel financially. Hugely appreciate that, my friends. If you do enjoy the content, you can click that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell if you want to be supporting the content, or be notified about when we put out fresh content most days. Enjoy the show, my friends. And welcome back to Noita. I'm Sufferer of Let's Suffer Together back in the mountains, my friends, and today, not only do we have what I consider new technology to show you, new techniques and beautiful things, but firstly, we have to talk a little bit about the history of Noita and floating and getting high. So, it all stems from getting up here, the legendary ledge that's just a bit too far away, right? So there's two techniques. I mean, you could have teleport. You could put a hole in here, but often you find yourself with only a potion and only a tablet. So, normally, if you want to extend your levitation just a little bit more, you look directly up and a tiny bit to the left, squirt up and float up, and it does save your levitation. You see how far I'm getting up, and I can get up here no problem. So that is the water technique. But what if we don't have a liquid? Say we've got a lava potion straight away. There is another technique with the tablet. So again, I can't get up here under my levitation unless I do these things. So you go up a little bit, throw the tablet, get on the top of the tablet, get your levitation back, and you get up top. So you throw the tablet, you land on top of the tablet, and you'll land on it. Your gravity will stick you to the tablet, you'll get your levitation back up to a certain point, and you'll be able to get the rest of the levitation back up here. However, I was thinking, and there are quite a few ways, if you want a wand to be able to do all this for you, say you don't find teleport, say you don't find anything else that helps you move around, hookshot, or one of the other innumerable things, say you want to get a bit inventive, well, I found something that I'm really kind of proud of, right? And it involves a little gunpowder trail. So, I was messing around with gunpowder trail, and I realized, messing around with some shifts, that you can run and get your levitation back off the gunpowder. Now, this is at its most basic form, which you can obviously treat the floor as lava. You can get enough levitation that you never have to touch the floor again. And I was like, I just love the idea of running the gunpowder trail. There are a few problems with it, but this is the thing that I just found, like, under good conditions. So this is the most basic. There are ways of improving it, like adding another projectile, and then it becomes thicker, you see? So it's easier to get your levitation back. Again, the gunpowder trail doesn't always behave. If you shoot at angles, again, this is, you see how easy it is to get up? If I can get up here and float forever, I could literally get to heaven on this. This is the gunpowder staircase TM, you know? Where this takes skill and technique. It's why I like it. You know, I'm a very, skill-orientated player, while being knowledge, when knowledge has certain gaps in, but hey, we do despite, right? Not in spite, but despite of all my flaws. We do anyway. Oh no. I forgot about you. We'll run away. We shall. But this is my technology. Now, people have been floating on liquids and powders forever. As far as the game goes, you know, everybody has been using liquids and powders to get their levitation back, whether they know it or not. But having a bespoke wand that allows you to, in perpetuity, regain as an actual functional mechanic. And again, there are problems with it. They're chasing me pretty well. So I like the discipline to it as well, where you can fail this. You can completely just mess up, because the arc of your gunpowder matters. But if you shoot down, you can see it better. Like, you can just run across the gunpowder trail. It's exceptional, you know, just whee. The gunpowder is obviously falling, so you've got a limited amount of time to get your levitation back. But if I use all my levitation, get on the gunpowder, and again get my levitation back, I'm getting some good height here. So, that was my nice little personal invention yesterday. I was messing around with shifts with Midas, And I made a lot of gunpowder because I was using it as... I was feeding the Midas, the gas Midas AP molten gold interaction and trying to make a perpetual Midas gas reaction. It can't be done. The gas ends up escaping, so you can't fuel the reaction consistently. So, we have our own personal gunpowder ladder. Yeah, you can shoot upwards and kind of climb the ladder upwards, so that's why I like to call it a ladder. But as you can see, I mean, to get upwards, to get up to heaven would require some discipline, but it's entirely feasible. Now, the only problem is, I tried doing it first time to get to heaven, and I ended up at the island. I ended up at the island right over there, you know, in Snowy. So you've kind of got to be disciplined about going left and right, you know, alternating between going left and right. But if we fall, because I think I've proven my point, you can, right, this is easier to do. And you see, I didn't get much height because I wasn't really concentrating on using all my levitation to gain the most amount of height possible. Say you use all your levitation and then shoot out, and then you regain it, and then you use all of it, you're going to get more height than if you just kind of boop, you know what I mean? Like, do it really quick. Actually, I could actually... I am climbing a little bit, so... But, in what other ways can we get high, my friends? High in the sky. Now, as you saw at the very start of this video, let me just... As you saw at the very start of this video, now, we do not have unlimited spells, which I'm going to give myself, but just remember that Blood Mist for later costs you, you know, you run out of rocks, so you would need unlimited spells with this. But going back to the gunpowder trail works better if you've got faster movement, but you can use it, as you've seen. I've only got edit ones everywhere at the moment. You can use it even if you don't have it, so. But faster movement makes it easier. There is, like, because we've made the trail thicker, certain projectiles make thicker gunpowder trails. Some projectiles work really well, some don't work. And the gunpowder can kind of form a wave where you get caught in the gunpowder, and that's really bad. But I'm giving you this, so if you want to work at it, if you want to do some good things with this, hey, feel free to experiment. You know me, I don't want to give away all of the game. Let you put some good work in as well if you want to experiment. Right, unlimited spells. So, of course, rock can be modified, and I like this one, I really do. The rock can just go woo, and the rock is falling there, right? Now I can just float on a rock. You know, I can use this rock to get my levitation back. You have to constantly adjust your movement, but what happens, you know, if we diagonally shoot it up? Gravity does end up messing with it. However, because we've got unlimited spells, and it's not falling that fast, again, we could use our levitation, get on it, get the levitation back, much like the tablet, right? Much like the tablet. You do need to be disciplined, again, because if you run out of... Well, if you shoot below you, you're going to lose a bit of... Yeah, well, that's the problem, you know? But it is doable. Again, gravity will end up messing, even with linear arc, because, well, you only give it a little boost. But if you can get some distance upward, again, it just turns into how high do you want to go, because then it just takes discipline. And a little bit of a keen eye to make... I shoot more rocks, but I'm using semi-decent ones. Some you can get by the 3rd floor, so if you go to the 3rd floor and loop around, say you wanted to go to heaven early. Let me just chill. Yeah, we'll put anti-gravity on a rock. And it doesn't really do much better. What happens if we put, say, linear and anti-gravity on? It's hard. You can't really stop the rock from falling, so you're going to have to, like the tablet, re-up on your levitation. I'd actually find this harder overall than the gunpowder, to be honest. But it is a way of getting up. As you can see, I am gaining. Well, again, the tablet one is actually really hard to do as well. Consistently, and consistently well. because you're in a race against time. If I shoot a rock up, I'm in a race against time to get on the rock, get my levitation back before I fall, like that. So that's actually incredibly difficult, but trust me, you can do it in perpetuity. You can throw the tablet in... You can throw the tablet in perpetuity. I've seen it done. People have got to heaven just by throwing the tablet up and getting their levitation back. It's probably easier on mouse and keyboard. And there probably are other modifiers that help with that. But hey, unlimited rocks does unlimited things. And this one is a, you know, because we're focusing on ones. You know, you could just get some stronger levitation or hastium or acceleratanium to assist with this as well. But I just wanted each simple one to stand on its own. So if I, say, spam out this, just create a nice ice elevator, you know, that you land on the ice, you get your levitation back and keep on going. Forever and ever and ever. You do need to watch out, though, because, again, if you miss the target... But you can just shoot down. With the ice water, you can, and the freezing charge, you can just shoot downward. And eventually get a freezing little section. Now, this isn't easy because the water you create off the spark bolt. And again, you'll be able to use different projectiles and different modifiers to make this function better. But like you say, you can build yourself a ladder, pretty much. Have you noticed this water here won't freeze, even though my Sparky is freezing? Now, what you could do, you could separate them. Possibly. And that doesn't really do much better. But it's still going to do a job, you know? That if you can get a certain distance up, then it's all about just the discipline after that of maintaining that kind of course. And not having a big moment of failure. Because again, if you can do a little, you can do a lot, right? And you just need to make sure every time you do create another step that it's not too far away for your levitation. And make sure your levitation is actually fully regained. But yeah, that's the freezing water trail. So, as you saw, Blood Mist was unlimited. So, with Blood Mist, we can use that just to float up. And just go. We're gone, you know. This one is well known. Well, known quite well. But I'm just floating. As you can see the background. But I've lost levitation now. And it's hard to get your levitation back in liquid. However, I can kind of just float in a mist if I constantly spam it this fast. Again, this one isn't that fast, so... And the ones are 17, 17, 600, 200. So it's not the best. And it's spamming about once every half a second to three quarters of a second. And you are using your levitation in this mist, but it stops you falling fast. If I stop firing, the mists will go and I'll be in a bit of a situation. But if I spam enough, I'm just levitating. Oh, I'm not levitating at the moment. I'm slowly falling, but you can see my levitation's going up, and then I restart again. And then once I've used all my levitation, I can just chill in the mist as long as I'm constantly spamming it, because what you're doing is you're making a really thick pile of liquid that's basically there you see. Hey, perfect. You got the old but you can just spam the levitation, run out of levitation. I said that there, worry, do not, you know, panic. Don't fully run out of levitation, because if you go out of the bounds of the mist, you will fall. And it's hard to slow down, you'll lose some progress. But you can do this with blood. Now, with Mist of Spirits, can't be done. You know, the mist is too misty, you know, you're too drunk. You can't even walk straight, you can't even float in the air. Who do you think you are, you know? Can't even float, man. So this does nothing. This is useless. Get it out. Now, this can be done with Toxic. But you'd want Toxic Immunity, right? Hey, at least it's a nice, pretty green colour, right? So this is how you get high with a mist. And of course, you can do it with slime. Hold on. Ah, do it with two mists. Of course you can do this with slime. And a very pretty purple matches my cape, doesn't it? And of course, there are going to be other types of wands that assist you on your journey. And again, I've run out of levitation, but as long as you keep spamming and tapping the levitation, you'll find you earn more levitation than you do fall. So then you can continue on your journey. It's just, again, the discipline and the mechanical practice to know what you're doing and to get the most out of it, to be efficient. You don't need to be efficient, you just need to not lose as much height as you do, well, as much altitude as you do fall. And you can kind of tell with the background, I'm getting high, but then I lose my levitation, so I wasn't paying attention because, well, but we get some height, and that definitely, all of these can be done forever. You could get up to the moon with these ones, right? Time, discipline, patience. So these are some of the ones that very early on, because you can get Gunpowder Trail really quite early. The mist you can get really quite early, and a blood mist can go, but you know, the slime mist and the blood mist if you got unlimited, and toxic if you got toxic immunity, or you don't mind going down to 5% HP. Like water and freezing, you can find very early on as well. Rocks and, say, one of the modifiers, yeah. You will need unlimited for the rocks, though. But hey, I hope you've enjoyed my series on getting high in Noita. You know, one original little concept for you with the gunpowder staircase. Yeah, but the 3 others, I wouldn't say they're done that often, but unique and niche little mechanics that help you understand the game better as well. You know, it's not just about the practice of getting higher, but certain things like this will help you understand combat as well, you know? When you're in combat and there's a big drop below you and you fall to your death, there's certain potential there to, you know, if there's surroundings that could help you out. Hey, maybe, you never know. Again, it's all this little tiny little bits of knowledge that form a great Noita player. So, hey, thank you for taking the time to enjoy today's video. I hope you either learned something or enjoyed the concepts. Hey, let me know in the comments how you'd improve these ones that you've seen today. Or just any other questions. Just say hello, you know. But, hey, if you like what we do here, you'll love what we do over at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together, streaming live most days. On the About section, you'll find the link to Twitch in the description down below. You'll see an About section that will have a schedule, which we, you know, it might take 1 or 2 days off a week, but we keep to the rough time schedule, 7 PM GMT, for about 5-6 hours. And yeah, hey, if you haven't done so already and you like the content we put out, make sure you click that like button, subscribe so you're notified about when we put out fresh content. The bell button, make sure you get notified as well. So, yeah, thank you very much. And a big thank you to anyone who contributes to the channel in any way, shape or form. However, in the description, there is other ways of either getting more involved or helping support the channel. Whether it's joining the Discord and, hey, joining the many other renegades who are talking about memes, games, music, and just talking in general, good chit-chat. Or whether it's through the Streamlabs link in one-off contributions or the join button below this video. It's all appreciated, and it all helps sustain what we do here on a daily basis. So, a big thank you from the bottom of my heart, people who choose to, you know, financially support the channel. We cannot do this without you. But also, speaking of financial contributions, a big thank you to the pounders. Highly appreciate the horrendous pounding you give me once every month via the join button down below. It's only £1 a month. A great British currency. We often, you know, deal with pounding. So, hey, the familiarity is, well, extreme. But thank you for choosing to do so. Hey, it all adds up, and I highly appreciate your consideration to do so. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friends out there. You take it easy, take some time for yourself, and enjoy the rest of your weekend or day. And I'll catch up with you either tomorrow or in the next video. Stay safe, my friends. Much love. Peace.